Okay, guys. I think I should have audio now. That only took me like an hour, right? I don't know, guys. My PC's been having some really weird issues. The one that runs the stream. I still highly suspect my capture card's going out because it's kind of random. Like, it'll freak out and then OBS will crash, or I'll lose audio, or I'll lose video, or something. Like, it's always something different, and the fix seems to be different each time. So it took me a minute to figure it out, but I'm here for now. We probably won't go that long today, honestly. It'll probably just be, I don't know, maybe like an hour or two. And we may not even do this the whole time. I looked back over a couple projects that I wanted to work on, because that was the plan, was to do some kind of coding stream of some kind, right? Like, but what I realized is that both of the projects that I was kind of working on with y'all on the last streams when was the last time we did one of those? Maybe sometime in December. It's been a while. Both of the projects are mostly done. Like, I could probably finish them in like 20 minutes or so. This one I think actually is done, which was the main one that I was working on. I don't know if y'all remember or if anyone here would know, but I was trying to set up that TV behind me. It's supposed to change like what animation it's playing based off of like the scene I have said, and I want to eventually use it for some other things coming up. Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything else. Later in the year, maybe even next year, I have a long-term project in mind for it. That's the whole reason it's over here. But it's pretty much done. Like, I was reading through a bunch of it, and like I'm on documentation. Like, the actual core like application works. Mind you, like, lots of room for improvement. Like, for sure, definitely lots of room for improvement. But here, we'll start from the beginning. You guys. So this would be like, what animation's playing. How do I get that back open? What is it? 10, 12, 80. Oh, yep. Slash admin. Okay. So this is what you would see. What all do I have open? Cool. So, this is what you would see, right, when it's running, and I haven't changed the default stuff yet because we're just testing, right? We're just testing. But yeah, this is it. This is where you would add an animation. So I would set up. Can I show y'all both of these? That would be better, right? Okay, there we go. Okay, here we go. Pretend this screen over here playing the little fiery looking thing. Pretend that's the TV behind me, right? So essentially, I could manually like click it and it would change to a different animation of some kind, right? Whether it's a HTML file like these are just like my simple test HTML files. Just different things. Or a video file. Like, this is a I think, what is it, like MP4 or something? Yeah, MP4. I can do some cool stuff back here, right? Maybe. But you're not going to want to click these buttons to play files, right? So the challenging part was getting this to connect to OBS. I use OBS for the stream. So I was able to get it to connect to OBS, and I was also able to get it to connect to StreamerBot. So later on, whenever I'd set up some, like actions like that, I guess is kind of controlled by the chat or whatever. It is something I'm working on. I know it's been like a year I've been saying that, but I am working on it slowly. I don't have a lot of free time these days, guys. But yeah, where y'all could send a command in the chat and something would happen, right? Whether it's an emote running across the screen or the TV changing animations, or I don't know, something, right? So I was reading back through it, and I guess kind of just clicking on everything, like seeing, like these are the current animations that I have loaded into it right now. I can drag and drop and add new files. I can regenerate thumbnails. Like I kind of thought of a lot of edge cases already for like a half finished project, right? So I guess I was just surprised because I kind of thought we had a lot more work left to do on this. And then I got to the instructions and I realized like that's definitely where we're lacking. These three, the getting started guide, the StreamerBot guide, I just finished this while I was waiting on drivers to reinstall on the PC. That's what took me the last hour, is I had to uninstall and reinstall the video drivers for my PC because the graphics card was crashing. I don't know how that happened, but somehow the graphics card thought it was the capture card, and I don't know. I don't even really understand it. I just reinstalled it. We'll go with that. But yeah, I just redid the StreamerBot instructions, so those are correct now. And I just tested them, like read through them step by step to make sure that they were correct. The troubleshooting is kind of fine the way it is. Like we can leave this for now, but the OBS instructions are wrong, like completely wrong. I think I just like had the AI put in some like real dumb placeholder instructions. Like all of this is wrong. It's basically, I don't even know what this AI hallucinated. They're comically wrong though. It's talking about like adding animations to scenes in OBS. It has nothing to do with this actual application that we've created. So those are going to need to be redone. So I guess we'll work on this for a little bit. We'll fix the OBS instructions, bump the version, and we'll call this like a beta release, right? I mean, that's what we're already on, but we'll bump it up one. Where are we at? I think we're on version 8 something. So we were getting close to this anyway, right? We were getting close to this anyway, guys. Can you tell I haven't done this in a while? Yeah, 0.8.6. So we'll bump this to 0.9.0. And this will be like our pre-release where hopefully some of y'all will want to test this. I don't know if I have any other streamers watching me. I might post this in a couple places, maybe Reddit. Maybe they'll all tell me how bad of a program that I created, right? Like somebody will tell me it sucks for some reason or another. That's fine. It's gonna work for my use case, so I really don't care. But I think it would be cool if other people used this. I think it would be really handy. The current way that people usually set up animations on like a second screen or a TV or anything like that, it usually involves a second computer running another instance of OBS, and then you link them together, and then you program that as like a linked scene between the OBS installs. You can set them up that way, but that requires a whole nother computer that is kind of a waste, unless you have another use case for it on that TV, which I'm guessing a lot of people probably don't if they're just using it as a background prop like I am. So instead, like, this can just run off of any web browser. Like if your TV, which, you know, that one already has a web browser. That's an older TV. It actually doesn't work in the web browser on that TV. But I can plug in like an Android TV, was it Google TV adapter or whatever, and it works on that. I've tested it on that. So yeah, still a lot easier and cheaper than a computer for essentially the same functionality, right? Like, I say essentially, it's not exactly the same functionality. There's no crossfade yet. That is something that OBS does better. I mean, it's probably always going to do that better just because it actually is production software, like video production software. So you can crossfade scenes a lot easier. This is more of like it can switch what's playing currently. But I doubt that I'll ever be able to get it to actually natively crossfade them together. Just because essentially what it's doing is it's just replacing the currently loaded content on the web page in the browser. And when it does that, it triggers a page refresh. So probably not ever going to be able to like do super smooth crossfades between two different animation files. But if that's like the only limitation, I can live with that, honestly. I can live with that for all the benefit trade-offs that it provides. And I would guess that probably a bunch of other people can too, especially people who are, I don't know, streaming on a budget. Or probably already have, you know, a smart TV with a web browser on it. I also could kind of see this being used for probably like events or something, right? Like, I don't know. I mean, probably not anything fancy, but smaller like event venue places. I could actually see them using something like this, weirdly enough, like for advertisements or something. Like if you just had like a bunch of TVs around the place, because you can, I mean, there's nothing preventing you from having, look. Boom. Now you have 4 TVs, right? So you can see over here, which I don't know if y'all can see that super great. You see right here, it knows that there's 4 TVs connected. Now, if I keep developing this a little bit further, like, I wanted to get something working for now, right, guys? But like, if I keep developing this further, what I could do is make channels, essentially, right? Like, where each device can subscribe to a different channel. And like the channel would just be a different URL. So like right now we're just at the base URL, just IP import, right? But there's nothing preventing this from being anything else. Like I could say channel 1 or channel 2 or channel 3 or whatever in the actual URL here, just /ch1 or /ch2. Y'all probably can't see that, but it's behind my head. But, you know, just in the URL itself, there's nothing preventing me from setting it up like that. That would actually make it more beneficial for people who wanted to use it for like signage or anything like that, because it would work for that. Actually, probably work great for that, but that's not what I'm using it for, and that's not what I made it for. But you know, just thoughts that I have, I guess. I kind of don't remember. Look, it looks like I left myself a to-do list. So the last time I was working on it, I was having a bunch of thoughts. Some of these are probably written by the AI and probably not correct. So a lot of times what I end up having to do, especially if I'm using like an AI to help with writing notes or code or anything really, you have to go in and delete half of it once they're done, right? Does everyone have to do that? I would think so. I mean, no, you don't have to. You could leave it, but I wouldn't recommend that. They put in a lot of stuff that's redundant and not in a good way either. Just like unnecessarily wasteful. They do it in code. They do it in notes. They do it in just everything. I actually added this just a little bit ago because it was something I was noticing. I mean, yeah, I might have already went through and cleaned some of this up because a lot of this does look like stuff that does need to be done. That's actually a big one. That should actually be at the very top of this list, to be completely honest. Really not worried about this. I guess that's why it's all in low. Very low priority. So I need to, these are all things I've already done. Everything with an X on it's already completed. So yeah, I need to add some notes to this before I forget actually, but this right here, actually rereading this just gave me an idea. We could actually solve the crossfade issue. It would just be a lot of work. Like, technically you could do it with like different Z indexes, right? I don't know. I mean, I'm having this thought now, like, what if you had essentially two web pages, right? Like on the same web page, just at different Z index. And so basically you would just like change the order as needed. No, it would still be the same as reloading, wouldn't it? Is there a way to set transparency on like an entire page? I don't know. I've never had to do that before. I assume that there is. I assume there's CSS for that. I've just never had to use it. Can you make a video file transparent? Is that a thing? Is that a thing, guys? Like, I mean, even if you did, though, it would it probably wouldn't work as smooth as I'm thinking it would work. I'm going to ignore that. These are my ADD thoughts that I have whenever I'm working on things. It's like something that doesn't even matter, but I have an idea on how to work it in. Seeing this would be cool too. These actually could be, I might replace, so I'm obviously these animation files are like the default ones, right? Like I just created them just to have something moving on the screen that I could tell it to change animation so I could tell that the change happened, right? But like I might make the default ones something like this. This might be some of the default ones. Just because there's like weather and news YouTubers now, right? Like they could use something like this. Could you imagine just like, I don't know, having whatever webpage you use for your radar or your, you know, your forecast or whatever, have it linked to your scene in OBS so that whenever you change the scene, the TV behind you automatically changes and you just keep going. I'm sure they already have something set up like that. Like I'm sure that they're doing it like I was mentioning earlier with a secondary instance of OBS or some other process that I may not be familiar with, but I think it would be easy to do. So we might do that. I mean, I'm getting distracted, guys. I'm getting distracted. We need to look at these instructions. We need to look at these instructions and see what we can do to fix these. It should be the OBS instructions right here, right? We don't need that anymore. We can get rid of that. I don't know why my left monitor, it looks so dark to you guys. Like here, let me show y'all. Do y'all see that? Why is the one on the left so much? It's not. Like in real life, I'm looking at them right now. They look exactly the same. But on the stream, it looks completely different. Like it's dumb. That is ridiculous, actually. I'm telling y'all, my freaking capture card is going out, or something. I don't know. OBS instructions. So I'll tell you what else I need. Probably need to update the README. Yeah. There's a few things missing from there. I can already tell. So we'll do the OBS instructions first, though. And can I duplicate that? Yeah, sweet. So technically, because I changed the last time we were working on this is actually when I did this. I think I changed how this was set up. Because before, I don't think I had this page right here. Where did it go? Yeah, I don't think I had this page, or at least it wasn't set up as nice or something, right? So I don't know why these are here either, to be honest with you. Nothing should be there. whatever. So you can tell right now this is wrong because it thinks I'm on. Yeah, it says it's connected. OBS connection successful. Okay, well, it thinks I'm on the just chatting scene, and I'm definitely not. This scene should be called Dev Monitor SXS. Side by side. So why? I don't know. I don't know why that's not. What if I just... okay, what if it's just stuck on there? So... do I even have a scene? I don't even have a scene called Just Chatting. Well, I technically do, but I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 5 scenes that are just chatting, but they each have a different identifier after that. So like I have just chatting reaction, just chatting camera only. Like it should not. I don't have a scene that's exactly named that. So we're gonna have to fix that on the page too. I need to make notes. Okay. So dumb. I'm taking notes on paper. I could just type it in somewhere, but sticky notes. I'm very much a sticky note person. Like if I see it in front of me, that's the only way I'll actually remember it. Fix current scene status. Fix. On OBS settings page. Okay. We'll do that later. But the instructions essentially should tell people to go to this page and enter this information and then hit save and then hit test, right? Or, well, to make sure it's enabled. But like, save and then test. So you get this information in OBS. So it should just show, I guess it just needs to say where to get that information from. And this is a valid way to use it, but it's not the actual recommended way. That needs to just go away. On the, let's see, we're using Claude Opus 4.6 right now. It's actually pretty smart, to be honest. Like, It's very fast. I am only using it because we have, like, you see this? I'm at 18.3% for the month, and my allowance resets in 4 days, guys. Like, less than 4 days. 3 days and like a few hours. So I got a bunch of tokens to burn through right now. We're going to be using this freaking smarter model, honestly. Like, we're going to get it done. On the OBS instructions page, what are we going to tell it? On the OBS instructions page, method 2 is freaking ass. Like, can I just tell it that? Wrong. It does not. We're just going to tell it to remove it. It's better if you feed it instructions in chunks. Like, I could have been like, remove that, make the current method number 1, number 2, and then make the new method number 1, blah, 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 right? No, it's smart, but it's probably still not that smart. Like, we are just going to, yeah, see, it moved that up to number 2. And so then we can say, we're going to add a new method for method 1 as the method. We need to make the current number 1 and 2 into numbers 2 and 3, and then the new tools, and then click on WebSocket server settings. And then click on show info. Step 2. Copy that info from OBS into the it can be found on the admin page. What was that? Manage OBS. We should change that to settings. Shit. Manage OBS server. It should be settings, right, guys? I would think so. I don't know why it says server settings. Settings, plural. Goal save. On the in the quick actions menu. Enter the for the then click the save. What was it? Button. You can then test the connection. Let's see. Click add scene mapping. You know what? It would probably help if y'all could. I'm over here right now, guys. I'm just sending a long message. Mostly because like these are the instructions. I could just be typing them over here, but formatting. I don't really like to do that. It's annoying. Especially when I can just be messy over here and he'll clean it up. Let's see. So make sure the scene is needed for your setup. Click the add and then to link from the drop down and then click the save button. Repeat as for pairs. Okay. Let's see if he'll figure all that out. That was kind of a lot. I did just say that you should spoon feed him, but technically that is all one thing. I just want him to like add the steps for that single section. It's just long because I basically gave him everything I wanted it to say, and he'll rewrite it and fix the grammar mistakes that I made, but it should be detailed instructions for him. Oh, wrong button. Sun animations. Things mapper. Yeah. That actually looks correct. And then last but not least, we will look at, back over here, we'll look at everything below the instructions, because I think these, so we deleted this one. This is the new step 2. That is correct. That is a way that you can do it. You can set it up with advanced scene switcher, and then we already have HTTP links. They're listed as being for, where's that? They're listed as being for StreamerBot, but technically this is just HTTP in general. I'll probably rename this actually. I'll probably just say HTTP or something. I don't know. Back. What were we at? Oh, this one. Okay. So yeah, this is a valid way that you can do it though. It's not the recommended way because I made a much better way that it just happens automatically and you don't have to go through as much setup right here. And at least with this one, it's interactive. So I can say, see, these are my actual scenes in OBS. Like these are correct. I don't know why. Oh, look, this fixed itself. I don't know what happened, but it fixed itself. So that's interesting. But let's say that like, let's say when I'm in the Fortnite lobby, I want animation 1 to play, right? And then I would just hit save. And then delete all these other ones, right? But then I'd want to add a new one, and I'd say, okay, whenever I'm playing Among Us, I want animation 4 to play on the TV. So that's how I would do that, right? This is a lot easier, I think, for people to understand than having to do it in OBS by following the instructions here. Because essentially you would have to add this kind of string right here. Because it makes a post request to the back end of this application that I created. sends that from OBS to this, which triggers animation. But that also means whenever you need to edit that, you have to go back into that on the scene in Advanced Scene Switcher and then change the string right here for the payload. Whereas with this version that I made here that's interactive, you can just click that and then hit the save button again if you wanted to change what animation plays. Or if you don't want it to play an animation on that one anymore at all, you just hit delete. Like, that is so much easier, like, real world usability. IMO, guys, I don't know. I would think that that would be easier though. So we're not going to save any of that. But it looks like it's saved anyway, huh? Yeah, it did. It saved anyway. Can we just have zero scene maps? Yeah, we'll just do that. Because I don't want it triggering things right now while I'm in the middle of setting things up and it crash. I haven't tested it enough to know if anything crazy is going to happen. But yeah, that's correct. That's the new method number 2. Method number 2 is deleted. Method number 3, Python script. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, you could do that if you wanted to. I don't know why anyone would want to do that, but like, yeah, that is an option. So I want to look at how. We'll go back over here. I want to look at how I set it up on. Trying to remember what page it was on. I think it was on StreamerBot page. No. Yes. No. What page was it on? I don't know. One of these pages had drop downs though, and I don't see them anymore. Am I hallucinating or what? Maybe it was on the getting started page. What the heck? Guys, am I crazy? One of these, like, I knew it wasn't that page. I don't even know why I clicked on it. It's gotta be one of these. I thought it was on the StreamerBot page. I had this method, and then, oh yeah, right there. See, I told you. I need to see how I did this with this drop down, because I'm going to make that for the other two options in the OBS instructions page. So that would be, where are we at? That would be in StreamerBot. StreamerBot Actions Legacy. You know what? We'll just search for it. It's always faster just to search, right? I feel like it is, because then it takes me straight to it. Collapsible content. Now, is that just for this page? What did we inline the CSS? No. Nope, we put it in the main admin instructions page. So I should be able to use it on any of the admin instructions pages, I assume. Sweet. Where'd it go? Right there. So for steps 2 and 3 on the for not steps. Oh, that almost messed it up. because he takes everything you say literally. Okay, for options 2 and 3. Okay. He's working on that over here now, guys. So we'll keep going on this page. We'll see. Yep. That's probably correct. That's probably correct. And that's probably correct. Sweet. Guys, I think we made it to our last thing. Put y'all back over here. So y'all missed that last message because I was on the wrong screen. But essentially, I just had him wrap these in detail blocks like that. That way we could reuse our collapsible header class that we already had. We have CSS that'll collapse that on the page. Just to like reduce how long the page is. We don't really need those methods super visible. Like, I doubt many people will use them. They're there because I don't have a reason to remove them. They are functional. But like, it's not the way I would recommend to do it at this point for the current build here. So I rewrote the instructions for how I recommend setting it up. And I just left those in there as like an option because you can use them if you wanted to. Oh my gosh. Hi. How are you? I'm having a blast. Actually, looking at all of this is making me sleepy for some reason. So now that this is done, I really need to fix. So that's one thing I noticed earlier too, is that whenever I was reading back through this, I never could get the never could get this to work. The dev local, like there's a development version of this that I should be able to work on live. Like as I'm working on it, it refreshes, but I couldn't get it to work, and I don't really have the patience to look through and see what's going on with it right now. Also, it seems kind of redundant too, because let me go back to both of these. Like I can stop this and rebuild in like a minute. So it's not like it's slowing me down all that much. Look, we'll delete. Oh, is it still being used? Thought we just deleted it. Delete. Images. Delete. Delete. So the container's gone. Image and build. It's all gone. And then we just build it again. I don't technically have to delete them all those places, but I'll get confused. So I do it just so I don't get confused on which one's which. It'd be better if I just tagged them. Like if I just tagged like 01, 02, 03 or whatever number I'm on, right? But I don't. It always tags it as latest by default. So yeah, I'm here. I got started late. I was having computer problems again. I'm gonna keep going on this for a little while, and then I'll probably get off, honestly. It's probably gonna be a very short stream, or I might switch to playing a game. I haven't been doing this long yet, but it's already making me sleepy. I started too late in the day, I think, and I kind of got frustrated earlier that my computer was having issues for no reason. But it is what it is. So yeah, that's already done, guys. I just wasn't paying attention. All I have to do is hit run again, and I'll just add some ports back here so that we can actually connect to them again. Now, I will have lost my OBS settings. That's fine. That's why I'm not actually setting anything up in here. This wouldn't be an issue if I could get this working for the local development, but I don't have the patience to fix that right now. Admin 123. Most secure password ever, guys. Let's see. I'll move this to this main monitor that's not so dark. I gotta figure out why that other monitor is so dark for y'all. Oh yeah, OBS. See? Boom. Now we have new instructions for I heard someone yelling. Someone's very mad. Anyhow, yeah, we have new instructions for the OBS setup. And I already read through them a while ago. Like they look correct, but I just wanted to make sure that they worked on the page. And now you can see my little collapsible menus here, so that the page isn't, 3 miles long, because that was kind of annoying. Which means that unless here's what I'm thinking, guys. We know that the getting started guide is right, because I read through this earlier, right? I read through this earlier and it all looked correct. So we're good here on this one. And we just redid both of these. So now all 3 of the main instructions pages for the documentation are correct. I don't know if the troubleshooting guide is correct, but I bet since our main instructions are correct now, if it's wrong, we can have Claude fix it for us. So we're going to say, check the troubleshooting page for with the of the application, the getting started OBS and are now correct. Let me know if there's is wrong. There, boom. So basically I just told him like, hey, now that we've changed the instructions on the other 3 pages, take a look at the troubleshooting guide and see if there's anything on that page that doesn't actually align with the instructions that we have now. No, this one's not. This one is I'm working on, here, I'll show you in just a second. I'll pull it back up on the screen. I'm working on a way to control this TV behind me as part of the stream. Yeah, we need to make sure that are in there. Fix all of those. Yeah, we're just gonna have him fix all those. I bet he can one-shot it, honestly. It was 4 things, yes, but it was 4 simple things, so he'll probably be able to do it. We'll read through and check to make sure he didn't mess it up. That's what I recommend, you guys. Like, if y'all are using AI to work on things, yes, it will speed it up, but it will also speed up adding in bugs. That's exactly what it'll speed up, is adding in bugs. It's not hurting us right now because we're only using it for documentation, which I'll be completely honest with y'all, I use it for pretty much everything at this point. But especially right now, I don't have to be as careful because, again, we're using it for documentation. We're not actually changing any core parts of the application. But you should read what it's actually putting in. Read what it's putting in, read what it's changing. Anything that it touches, you should be reading over it. That will save you so much headache. What was the other one? This one. Is that the only thing he changed on that one? Okay, yeah, that's fine. See, they were all minor fixes. I just wanted to make sure he didn't mess anything up. So yeah, this application that I have been working on, pretend this screen is, so pretend this screen on the right is a TV, and I will go to where I can just like manually control it for right now. So say I change scenes in OBS, like whenever I change what y'all are seeing right now, I could set it to play this animation. And then say I changed to another scene and I wanted the TV behind me to play a different animation, and then a different animation for a different scene, etc., etc., right? So the goal is to set this up to where whenever I change a scene here, that TV updates automatically. Like I don't even have to think about it. Also, I have some kind of future stuff, maybe closer to the end of this year, or maybe, I don't know. It's like a long project that I have. I have dreams, guys. Like I don't want to spoil too much of it. I have like a dream, but I need a way to trigger animations on that TV. That's the main thing. So yeah, so I couldn't find a good way to do that other than running a whole nother computer just for that TV. That's like the generic way that people set it up, is to run an entirely separate instance of OBS, network the two together, and then link scenes for each one, build out scenes on both. I could have done that, but instead I decided to make it way more complicated and build my entire own application to do it, right? Like, what sane person doesn't immediately think of that? I don't know. I don't know, guys. Seems pretty normal to me. But yeah, one of these days, I will actually move to. Whoa. There we go. Yeah. That was messed up. So one of these days I will move to actually setting it up and not developing this. That'll be even more fun. Because we'll get to decide like what do I want to play on it. Like right now, right? It's just like these blue floating lights. I don't know if y'all can tell. That's different blue floating lights than yesterday's blue floating lights. That's dumb. But yeah, it is. I changed it. Or like right now, right? I have a remote control. Like if I want to change it, I can change it. I literally just have a flash drive plugged into this TV. So how do I do it? I literally just have a flash drive plugged into this TV with the animation files on it. And I can like put new ones on it, but I have to start them manually, right? Like it's not interactive, it's not fun. But for example, when I'm playing Minecraft, how cool would something like this be, right? To just have a freaking Minecraft video playing in the background of my Minecraft video. Right? Like, tell me that's not fun. Anyhow, yeah. That's the idea, at least. I forgot what we were doing, guys. Forgot what we were doing. We just finished instruction. Oh yeah, we finished instructions. We need to update the README. That's the last part of the documentation that I needed to update for this. And then we did fix. It was off stream earlier. I did a few things while the stream was broken earlier because I had to reinstall my entire. I had to like uninstall and reinstall my drivers for my graphics card. It's like a whole ordeal for no reason. But I was able to actually get some stuff finished on this during that, so it was fine. It was like the last few things. But now that that's done, we can actually bump the version here, which is even better. Before we do that, what we could do, we could read back through the to-do list again and see, like, are there any of these things that we could just knock off of the list real quick? Guys, we have, look, even on, like, I'm on the freaking top tier model right now as far as credit utilization goes. It's using 3x tokens per request. So worth it. They reset in 4 days. I gotta spend them or I lose them, right? So we have some ground that we could really cover here. I'm thinking that we should just see if he can one-shot a whole bunch of these. Like, give them to him one at a time and say, hey, see if you can do this. We might cause some issues for ourselves doing that, honestly, because I'm not going to be able to read through everything that he's doing if I want to, like, just go really fast, right? Let's update the README and then I'll commit. And so if it's a disaster, I can just roll it back, right? Like, it'll be fine. It'll be fine, guys. It doesn't look as wrong as I thought it was, actually. Let me... Dang. I might have really messed up, guys. Like, I might have really messed up. This is what happens whenever I don't work on something for so long. Holy moly. 11/12/2025. When were all these from? Dang. I'm working in an old copy of this repo. I need to think, guys. I don't even know how to fix that. I'm gonna have to compare both of them. Dang it. Why me, guys? What the F? The only way that I know to maybe try to salvage this situation is that we can freaking make a backup of this and then replace everything inside of it. Replace the files. We're definitely gonna mess this up. Yeah. Dang it. There we go. So guys, why did I do this to myself? Wow, I messed that up too. I like double messed up, guys. So I did make a backup of this one. See, there's a copy I made, but I forgot to make a backup of this one. This one's from 0.8.0. This one should have been 0.8.6. Guys, I really messed this up. Really though, like at this point, the only thing we can do is just rebuild and see what's broken. Like that really is the only thing that I know to do. If we copied and pasted everything over and then we clicked replace instead of, I don't know guys. It might be fine. See, it actually could be completely fine. Like, it could not be a difference at all because the last thing just says one file changed. And it's showing the same tracking. This is the only one that's different, was this rename project from... So did I just rename the project at some point and forgot about it? On November 12th, guys, it's been a hot minute since we worked on this. What did I say, December? It's been since November. No wonder I don't remember anything that's going on here. Do we have a no, container stopped. Oh, see? That's broken again. Okay, what the heck is going on? That's not... This is not correct. Did I copy it into the wrong one? Oh, I hope so. You know, I'm scared to even do anything right now. I don't know how to recover from what I just broke. I just overwrote all the files and they didn't overwrite properly. And I don't think I can get them back, to be completely honest. I cut instead of copied. That's my fault, honestly. Like, I just don't know how to... I don't think I can fix that. I meant to copy them. But I did click replace. I know that I did. Like, I'm not... Look, it even updated the version here. Like, some of them worked right. That was so dumb for me, guys. Like, that was the dumbest thing I've probably ever done. I'm trying to remember everything that I fixed too. Maybe I could just redo it all real quick. I'm sure this is not gonna work, but I at least know that if I go back to here, even though the files are gone, I just did something really freaking dumb. I'm not going to tell the AI that. Do I tell the AI that? I just... Yeah, it's not going to find anything. I already know that, but it's worth a shot, right? I remember the name of it. I had to Google it to see. I couldn't remember the name of the software that I had it on the computer already. My brain's not working right now, guys. I'll give this a couple minutes to see. Surely it's not actually going to take 3 hours. But if it doesn't, like, if it really is going to go this slow. Look, now it went down to 2 hours. Okay, yeah. So it might just take it a few minutes. That's what I was thinking. Because I did target the specific folder that I deleted them from. Let's hope that this can save. Most of our work. Look, now it's down to 1 hour. It's jumping down quick. It's jumping down quick, guys. Maybe it will find everything, right? Maybe it'll find everything. I can't really save anything. I'm scared to even open things, honestly. I don't want it to overwrite. I don't want it to overwrite those sectors on the disk. I don't even want to, like, I don't want to click anything. So we're just gonna have to wait. Oh, you know what? Oh my gosh. I have. Oh, let me just turn this off. Okay, well, if we're lucky, guys. So I just remembered I turned my laptop on and immediately turned off the Wi-Fi on it. So, plan Stan. I'm gonna let this go and see if I can recover the files that I accidentally just deleted somehow, even though that's not what should have happened. It should have, even though I clicked cut instead of copy, it still should have overwrote the files where I was pasting them to, because I clicked replace files in directory. So I don't know why it didn't. It just lied and acted like it did, but instead it just didn't do anything. I don't know. But even if it can't recover this, I can at least get back the version that I started today with, because they are on my laptop. I completely forgot about this, but I have, what's it called? It like syncs the files. Syncthing. I have Syncthing installed on my desktop and on my laptop, because every once in a while, you know, like if I go somewhere, I'll bring my laptop with me and work from that. So even if it can't find this, we don't lose that much. We just lose like the last hour and a half ish of work. So that's unfortunate, but it's a lot better than getting stuck on a version that we don't have like any of the changes. And if I really needed to, I can watch this stream back to get most of them back. So this is still running slow, guys. 8%, 50 minutes still. I'm going to go ahead and call it here. I'm going to end the stream here. I don't think this is going to complete super soon. Even if it starts speeding up a little bit, like we're still looking at like the next 30 minutes. I'm not going to sit here on stream for 30 minutes, especially whenever I said I would probably get off in a little while anyway. And we're going to say that right now is a little while. I will sort all this out. So unfortunately, the work that we did on stream, we kind of just lost all of it. Unless this finds the files, which hopefully it does, but I'm not going to hold my breath on it. What a day, guys. What a day. Between my stream computer giving up, like, just giving up on me, honestly. And then me making stupid mistakes like this on my main computer. Like, I don't know. It's a pretty unproductive day. What I'll probably do though is I will try to get this finished by next Tuesday. We will attempt to do another Tech Tuesday stream next week. And I will try to get this finished, like releasable finished, where I wouldn't be embarrassed for somebody to attempt to use this. And I will show y'all if anything changed, what if anything changed. And then we will work on one of our other projects. I'm actually thinking, so it's not this one. I will grab this one just for demonstration. It's not this one, but I have a Kindle, just like an old school Kindle, right? Yeah, that one's dead, clearly, but it has a little case with a stand on it, right? And I think I want to turn it into a dashboard. I actually started a project to do that a while ago and just never finished it. So I'm probably not going to go to bed immediately, but I can't do anything else on my PC until this scan finishes, and it's going to be 50 minutes. So I might go to bed, honestly, by the time that's done. Just because I accidentally deleted a file, and I can't like open or save anything without risking overwriting where it was deleted from. While it's doing this scan, I really can't touch it. Yeah, I kind of shot myself in the foot on that one. But yeah, so I'm thinking about turning this into a dashboard though, and I will have to dig up where I left off on that project on. I don't even remember. It's been so long since I touched that one, even longer than this one. Like, it's been so long since I even looked at that I don't even remember if I even got a functional prototype of that working. Yeah, for sure. I'll whenever if I'm still up when this is done in however long it takes. It says 50 minutes right now. I don't know. Now it says 40 minutes, so we'll see. But if I'm still up, I will send you a message. But yeah, we'll pick that up next Tuesday, guys. I will be back to game streams for the rest of the week. I'm not going to make any promises if I'm going to do one tomorrow. I might spend the day trying to see if there's anything I can do about my capture card on the stream PC, so we can try to avoid some of these issues that we've been having, because this is like, holy shit. Oh my gosh. You guys. I totally forgot. So I totally forgot that I put the Minecraft parkour loop on the TV, and whenever I turned around, I saw it jump, and it scared the crap out of me. Oh my gosh. I'm done, guys. Good night.